Good day. Ira Epstein with your financial market wrap-up, and this wrap-up is for Tuesday. And we're sitting here at the 26th of July, 2022, getting on to 5:20 p.m. Central Time. Now, folks, I've got gray hair, been through these markets. One of the things I like to do is not put myself in harm's way. Got to remember what the futures market are. It's 90% leverage. The most you get in the stock market is 50%, unless you go to these crazy inverted ETFs and spiders, where you can get 5, 6, 7, 8 times whatever it is, whatever they can build it for to hurt you. The more leverage, the harder it is to trade. The less leverage, you can walk through things a little different. But commodities have been based on a 90% leverage. So what do I do when you have big reports? What I've learned to do with scar tissue all over my body. I don't go through them unless, well, I was going to say unless I have a big lead. I got to tell you, this year I had a huge lead in a corn report. I remember it going into one, and I ended up a net loser because I broke my own rule. I won't do that again. So even with a big lead, I don't mind in futures coming out. Now, do I handle markets that way in my stock investments? No. Do I handle it that way in stock trading? Yes. So investing is one thing, trading is another, and in the futures with the 90% leverage, you always have to pay attention that risk, while it's great when you're right, can be total hell when it goes against you. So that's what you're going to deal with. Trying for me to go any further with it makes no sense. You know that in Europe, they've elected today to sit back, and in natural gas, the European Union is saying 15% cut is what they're going to go with. Will everybody get that? I don't know, but that's the goal. Russia at any point can just shut off the gas. They're only getting 20% of what they would. Now, according to Russia, not me, I'm no expert on it, they can't take those pipes beyond a certain threshold. In other words, I said beyond, but it's below it. Once the pressure falls too little by running not enough gas through it, you can hurt the equipment. So you're probably near that point. Russia needs no reason to shut off the gas. They'll make up one. The turbines got this, there's that. The goal here is to punish the European Union for supplying Ukraine with weapons that are killing Russian soldiers who attacked Ukrainians. It's all twisted, but that's basically what you have. And the world is split now. Now you got Iran, Venezuela. Yeah, Venezuela. Then you have China. They're all in one party. North Korea, of course, is involved in that group. Then you have the who's may do what. You don't know where India really sits. You may think so. I don't. I mean, they're friendly to all those. Sometimes friendly to us, sometimes not. It goes back and forth. But they're a power to be dealt with, and that we have to do. President Biden is due to talk with President Xi. What are they both going to extract from each other? Xi wants tariffs lifted, and I think we should lift them, by the way. They're doing us no good. But what do we get in return? That's going to be the biggest issue, and it better be something good. I don't think the skills of Biden administration are very good in negotiation. Probably with Jimmy Carter, one of the worst ever. In the S&P 500 index, we still have downside bias. But yes, we're getting a bounce in the market to the upside overall. When you look at the chart, the market has installed itself out here. We're not trending. I can argue you got a higher high, lower low pattern. The market has stayed over the 18-day average for the majority of the month of July, and July is going to go down unless there's a big break from after these two big data reports, is a gainer. We'll see if that holds up. I think it will. Excuse me. Then we have the resistance points, which you're seeing loud and clear. These black dashed lines, the Bollinger Band. A Bollinger Band is an algorithm designed to keep the market trading within it 95% of the time. It's not uncommon. You hit it, you back away, you go down to it, you bounce away from it like you did there. It's a natural, natural, quote unquote, spot to take some money off a table. The word is some. You have to figure out, are you embedding? Are you trending with the market? What are you doing? In this particular case, you have an overbought market, not one that's locked into a trend. that is up near a resistance point and not, in my opinion, trending. Bye-bye. NASDAQ, not an embedded reading, correcting an overbought condition from hitting up there. Neutrality is 12,071. I am sure you could tell me right now exactly what the Fed's going to do tomorrow, and I could not even begin to tell you the reaction the market would have to it. There's just no way to know. Let's assume it's the 75 basis points. Does that mean up or down? You have your opinion. Bet on it if you believe that much. On the S&P 500, well, we could have embedded. So far, we haven't done that, and it needs to get that done. So today's going to be a key day for it. You did not embed in the Russell, so you're just overbought, correcting a little bit from the upper band. And I have been telling you, and I've been telling my paid subscribers, I thought this market was going to lift past this 200-day average and make its run at the 18-day average for the pros that wrote some puts back here to get out. They didn't make the money they wanted when they wrote them. I think they were looking for a quicker bounce, and what happened is that average has been falling. But that's pretty much what's happened, and something else happened on the close. You got a 22 reading. You lost the embedded reading. If this is correct and doesn't re-embed tomorrow, it's telling you got more of a rally coming in the VIX, which is often a break in the stock market. Then we get to the 30-year bond. Okay, I don't know what to do with this. You're fighting between the 100-day average, the upper Bollinger Band, and give me one reason I would tell any of my followers, go into the Fed meeting long against the Bollinger Band. Same thing in the 10-year note and everything else. I don't see it. The dollar, you're getting whipsawed against the 18-day average. No follow through either way, up, down, outside day up today. Nothing there. And the flip-flops, not quite as bad, but the flip-flop happening in the euro as it's slipping back. It might be ready, if it drops here, to go back to the 100 level, the parity level in this market. Would not surprise me. The trend is down. Resistance in this market, I can at least say, is the 102.8 level. You don't want to see it over 102.98, but that's a $1,000 risk. So long. I don't like that trade. In the British pound, if you're following the debates and what's going on and the promises and how Ms. Truss and the other gentlemen are trying to fight each other and get votes, it's interesting. It has taken the market up, but I think this is the last hurrah. I don't think it's going very far. I look for this market to start rolling back to the downside in time. I just don't like what I'm seeing out of any part of Europe in terms of how their economies are going. Bitcoin. So it's now time that we're going to get rid of July and move to the August contract. You're neutral as can be. If anything, some downside bias. Brent versus WTI crude, it's widening out near $10. So this just tells you what a deal we have in America and how high the energy prices are elsewhere in the world. 104.40 versus them to 95.50 for us, right? So, I mean, a big $10 difference is a lot. I don't want to make light of it that it isn't. The markets are in downtrends. The question is, what's going to happen? What are the Saudis going to do? Decisions will be made on the next round of oil production. Gasoline, I think we've made a low. I think that the market in August will start preparing us again for the market coming up for the Labor Day holiday, giving us a run, if you will, on the energy prices to see where they go. But I think you're in the resistance at the same time at 314.83 to the 323.5 zone. It makes it hard to do anything. You've got a lower low and a higher high. I don't see the trade setup there that makes sense. And in that gas now, this is too much of a straight line up. Where would you put a stop? Tell me where you're going to put it. Might as well throw a dart at the board. If you're telling me you're going to put it under the last break low, well, great for you. You know how much money of a risk that is, going from $8.78 back to $7? Forget it. You have an embedded reading. Each break in it has been a buy. If you can get to the key moving average under it, which I teach in your enhanced Bollinger Band course, as you all know. Now, when we talk about the markets and what to do in them, let's go over, if I could, right here, in fact. And this will give you the idea. At the Linn Group, we're going to be really writing a lot tomorrow about everything that comes out. The GDP numbers. We've had a grain market that's been on fire. I think you know that. I say that from the heat and the dryness. It's kicked this market up dramatically. We send our research out by mail, and there could be 30, 40 reports a day. You get to choose, take them all. You can pick energies. You can go to the financials, whichever ones you want. One of the things you want to talk to us about is getting for free a subscription to our price counts, daily charts coming out with where the markets might be headed. It's a combination of Fibonacci, if you understand that, swing lines, and proprietary information, a technique that was developed at Linn that I find scale 1 to 10, a 10 in terms of where a market just might go. It gives you probabilities on the way of a direction. Doesn't mean it's going there. It gives you the probabilities of it going there. And often you get like past the third probability and you know that you're in an area where a change is going to happen. Doesn't mean it has to go to the fourth and fifth. The first one is a high probability. So different ways. I created a course on that. So if you want to call our brokers, that's how you get that. Give them the call. I've got a set of videos, how to use this in our charting software, and that's where we locate for you to use. Absolutely, just go use it. The price count formulas, put them on a chart, and you're going to go, oh, that's what Ira was talking about. So you can go to our website under free offers. You can give us a call, or you can move your clicker right up there. Take advantage of all that. I'm Ira Epstein. You have a good day.